offering a short prenatal yoga class to ground and center, and just a really great way to keep feeling yummy in your body. So you can start in a seat and take one hand over your belly, connecting with your little one hand over your heart. Close your eyes, sit up nice and tall, and just bring your awareness and your attention to the breath. Allow your breath to naturally deepen and slow down. As you inhale, fill up your belly, fill up your lungs and chest, let the breath rise to the top of your head. And exhale, making your exhale long, pull the belly in towards the spine, letting all the breath out, 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 out. 2 more times, deep breaths, inhale. Filling up to the top of the head, expanding into your back and side bodies. And exhale all the breath out, removing any stagnant air from the bottom of your lungs. So important to be breathing deeply during this time. One more deep breath. This time open your mouth, let out a little sigh. Let's bring the palms together and set an intention for your practice. May this nourish you, may it be grounding, may it help keep you calm. Okay, from here take your fingertips to the floor. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Lengthen nice and tall, reach the fingertips to the sky, touch the hands overhead, and exhale, just let the hands come back down. We'll do this twice more, inhaling the arms up. Moving with the breath, feel the expansion on the inhale, the relaxation, and grounding on the exhale once more. Okay, from here, stretch your right leg out. Bring your left heel into your groin. And we'll point and flex the foot. And then take it in circles. Other direction. And then flex the foot, pressing through the heel, lengthen the leg. And then you can relax. We'll inhale the arms up. Stay here, exhale, soften the shoulders. Keep the heart lifted on your next inhale, nice and long. And then exhale, we'll side bend over to your right. Relax this right shoulder down, elbow towards the floor. Reach through the left fingertips. 3 deep breaths here to lengthen and expand the left side of your body, creating spaciousness for your lungs, for your organs, and for your baby to grow. Next inhale, we'll rise up. And on your exhale, turn towards your bent knee. Take the hands down. Left hand behind, right arm can rest on the leg. Sit up nice and tall, look over your left shoulder. And release towards the center. Sitting tall, inhale, reach up through the top of your head. And on your exhale, we'll just fold gently forward. Keep your right leg extended, pressing through the heel. You can relax the chin towards the chest. Close the eyes. We'll take 5 breaths here, just softening, allowing the inner thighs to open, the pelvis to soften, connecting to the earth. And sitting up. Take second side, bringing your right heel in, left leg out nice and long. So the thighs are coming wide apart here. We'll start by flexing and pointing the left foot. Starting to feel the whole entire leg activating, stretching through the ankle, circling now. Other side. And then a nice flex, reaching through the heel, toes towards the face. This really lengthens the entire leg, and then you can relax it. Inhale the arms up, stay here on your exhale, keep the heart lifted. Another breath in, and side bending. Soften this left shoulder and elbow towards the floor as you reach nice and long through the right arm. See if you can relax your right thigh towards the floor, keeping your hips grounded as you lengthen, creating space in the rib cage and space in the side abdomen. On your next inhale, we'll rise up to the top. And then exhale, turning towards your bent knee, arms come down, right arm behind you, sit up nice and tall, look over your right shoulder, stay activated in your extended leg. Soften the shoulders down the back, and release to center. Inhale, stretch up through the top of your head, and exhale, folding forward. Relax the neck. This can be a nice place to, if you have a block, placing it under your forehead or your hands, or just staying up wherever it's comfortable for you. Relax the hips, soften the pelvic floor. This is a nice grounding posture. And we'll release, sitting up. From here, we'll come to hands and knees. Spread your fingers, plant the wrists under your shoulders. The knees are hip distance or even a little bit more apart. We're going to inhale, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone, spread the sit bones, broaden the collarbones, open the heart. And exhale, round the spine, press the floor away, separate the shoulder blades, tuck the chin towards the chest, tailbone tucks. Moving with your breath, deep inhale, stretch and open through the front of the spine. And long exhale, rounding the back. One more. From here, coming to a neutral spine. So lengthening the crown of the head forward, the tailbone back. There's a natural curve in the lumbar back. We want to maintain that as we lift the belly in to activate the core. From here, we'll stretch the left leg back and up. If you have any pain in your pelvis or back, you're going to keep the toes down. And then the right arm extends, opposite arm and foot. So important to keep activating our core muscles and building strength. Reaching nice and long through the foot and the hand. And release. Moving right into second side. Extending your right leg back, lifting it up, making sure there's no pain, core is engaged. So wrapping like a belt all the way around your waist, lifting the left arm, and then reaching nice and long, lifting through the back of the leg. Breath is steady. The sides of your neck are long. So you're not looking up, you're not looking down. Crown of the head is reaching forward with the fingertips. Distributing the weight through the knuckles and fingertips of your grounded hand. Good, and release. From here, we'll circle the hips. So you might even take your knees a little bit wider. Letting this movement be organic and free-flowing. Waking up all parts of the spine. Go the other direction. A couple more breaths for free movement. You might just wiggle the hips side to side. And from here, bringing your knees back underneath the hips if they're not already. We'll take puppy pose. So you're going to walk your hands forward. Bring the forehead to the floor. Keep your elbows lifted. This opens up the shoulders and the chest. Let the chest and the heart melt towards the floor. Also called Anahatasana. Anahata is the heart chakra. So we're opening and softening the heart. From here we'll release, coming back to hands and knees. And from here we'll step the right foot forward to the outside of the right hand. You can take your hands underneath the shoulders a little bit to the left. We're just going to open up the hips here with some nice circles. So you should be mindful that your right knee is not coming in front of the ankle or the toes. And just letting this be a nice, relaxed, and soothing motion to open the hips and the pelvis. Other direction. Keep the spine long. Keep the chest open. Keep your face soft. Another couple of breaths here if you want to move any way that feels good. Noticing any places that are a little bit tight, giving some extra time or attention there. Good, and then we'll step that right foot back. Take a moment between sides to circle the hips, or if you want to do a cat-cow again, just taking 2 or 3 breaths in transition. And then we'll step that left foot forward. So again, the hands come a little bit to the right as your left foot steps to the outside of your left hand. Finding a nice long lunge so that you can feel a little bit of a stretch through your right hip flexor. And then we'll circle the hips. So these circling and spiraling motions are really calming for the nervous system, which is really essential right now to be working on calming and relaxing practices in times of stress and anxiety, especially for your little ones. So the more relaxed you are, the better it is for your babe. Other direction. From here, we're going to move into standing. So you're going to tuck your right toes under, slowly lift your hips, walk your hands to the right, pivot on your feet, and you'll find yourself in a wide-legged forward fold. So take a moment to align your feet so they're in one line with each other, and the outside edges of your feet are parallel. And then we'll inhale to lengthen the spine, lift the sit bones, and fold forward. So if it feels okay for you, you can fold all the way forward between the legs. If that feels a little congested or you have nausea, you can walk your arms forward, keeping the spine elongated. Take a few deep breaths here. And then from here, we'll walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Spread the toes. So with the hands under the shoulders, we're going to shift the right hand so it's right underneath the face. If you are rounding your back, then you want to take your hand on a block or books to stack your hand up. So you want to have a nice long spine, and then we'll come into a twist. So reaching your opposite arm up into the sky. Press firmly into your feet, long legs. So here we're really focusing on opening up through the upper back and chest, getting into the thoracic spine with our twist. And release. Second side. Deep breaths. Pressing into the hand that's on the floor and up to the hand that's reaching towards the sky, to accentuate this expansion and openness through the upper back and chest. Go ahead and release. From here, we'll spin the heels in, toes out, and just curl up the spine, rolling up to standing. Take a couple breaths. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, we'll bend the knees, take the arms down, Moving into a nice flow here. Inhale, stand, reach up. Exhale, release. Inhale, stand. And release. We're going to stay down. You can take your hands to the heart. Make sure your knees are directed towards your toes. Keeping the hips nice and low. We'll inhale the arms up. And then we'll exhale over to one side. So take a couple breaths here, lengthening this right side of your body. Inhale, come on up. And exhale over to the other side. So side body lengthening is super important during pregnancy. Creating lots of space in the lungs and for your baby and your organs. Coming to center and release. Toe heel your feet together. And we'll take a moment just to stand in mountain pose so the heels are under the hips, outside edges of the feet parallel. Spine is nice and long. Let's roll the shoulders back 3 times. Really feeling that open chest, shoulders down and back. Crown of the head lifted. Let's take one hand to the belly, one hand to your heart. Remember your intention. Feeling this connection, heart to heart, with your baby. I'm going to show one more standing pose to open up the hips. And I want to keep this a short practice, so we'll finish up after that. So take your hands onto your hips, bring the weight into your right leg, turn your left knee out. You're going to cross the ankle just above the knee. You can either keep your hands on your hips or to the heart, whatever feels more balancing, and then you'll take a seat. So the booty is going back. You can also do this pose with your hand on the wall, or you can even do this pose sitting in a chair and then just folding forward. It's a great stretch for the hip muscles, specifically piriformis. And release that side. Coming into second side. Taking your time, pulling everything into the center line. So whenever we come into these one-legged poses, you want to think about packing all of your muscles into the core. Ankle crosses above the knee, foot is flexed, booty goes back, spine stays long, you're hinging at the hips. You should be feeling a nice deep stretch, deep in your hip muscles. These are the external rotators that we're stretching primarily. Feels so good. And release. Coming back to mountain pose. Let's inhale the arms up. Gently folding forward, so keeping the feet wide apart, especially as your belly grows, so as not to compress your belly, your baby. We'll come into a squat, so the toes go out, heels are in. Lift the corners of your mouth. Relax the shoulders down the back. And release. So from here, you're welcome to maybe take a 5-minute meditation or come into a Shavasana pose. So if you're in first trimester, you can lie on your back. Or those of you further along, you can lie in side lying position like you would in bed, just rolling onto your left side and using whatever props and pillows you have around to support you. Thanks so much for practicing with me, ladies. If there's anything else I can do to support you, please reach out.